Suit. Episode 3 is on manifesting. One of my favourite podcasts is Oprah's Super Soul Conversations, in which she interviews people and they discuss various ideas. For one of the episodes, she interviewed a man named Dr. Bernard Beckwith, and the title of that podcast was Manifesting the Life of Your Dreams. I've probably listened to it about 20 times now, so I thought, why not unpack it a little bit and discuss it on my channel. So here we are. So the whole point of that podcast was to go through how to manifest. And for those of you who don't know what it is, manifesting is essentially bringing to life which is within your heart, whatever your desires are. And we all have some experience of it, because on some days you might think about a particular person who you haven't seen or heard from in months, and then that day they give you a call, or you think about a particular conversation and somehow that conversation happens. And it's, with very small things up to much larger, more significant things. So really it was about how do you have more control in that process? How do you, position yourself so you're able to think, no, this is what I want in my life and this is what's going to happen. Starting from the top, Dr. Bernard says, it's all good and well for you to say, I'm going to manifest things. Things are going to happen in great times of plenty, when, your job's going well, your relationships are going well, when the economy is booming, everything's perfect. And you think, oh, I would love to get a new car, and boom, you've got that new car. What do you do when times are tough, when the walls are closing in on you, when you're quarantined, when there's a global pandemic? Are you able to try kind of harness that spiritual power within you to bring in the things that you want into your life? And his response to that is, yes, that's actually the perfect time to start shifting yourself mentally, spiritually, in order to manifest. Dr. Bernard said that in times of great difficulty, people often ask disempowering questions. They'll say, why did this happen to me? Why is this going on? This is so awful. When really you need to ask God, you need to ask the universe empowering questions. And he went through a few of those as examples. So the questions are, what is trying to emerge in my life? What is my gift to share? What is my purpose? Why am I here on this planet? And he goes on to say, you ask those questions with sincerity, and then you just wait. It won't come to you immediately. Give it a week, give it a few days, and you've just got to be open to receiving the response. And over time, within a week, you'll begin to hear the answer. It'll be a quiet voice from within. It may be someone else who comes to you and randomly says something that really ignites you within your spirit. Whatever it is, the answers start to come to you, and then you have a bit of an opening and you start to move in that direction. Oprah and Dr. Bernard went on to describe something called the unfolding. And he explained that the universe is so complex and so vast, so infinite, and we're all a part of it. And it's our duty, because we are one unique expression of the limitless potential of the universe, we have a mandate to discover ourselves, to discover that which is unique about us and why we're here. Oprah then asked the age-old question, what is my purpose, and how do we find out what that is? So Dr. Bernard responds that you grow where you plant it. In other words, wherever you are, you're in the perfect place to begin discovering what your purpose is. And then you just ask the question, what is trying to emerge in my life? And you quietly pay attention to that over time as that reveals itself to you. Dr. Bernard talks about the unfolding in greater detail and says that it's broken into 4 stages. The first stage is victim consciousness. This is when people are lamenting, they're feeling sad, they're feeling, like the world is against them. And everyone's been there at different points in their lives. In order to get out of that and to move on to the second stage, Dr. Bernard says that you need to do prayer, you need to meditate, you need to life vision, so that you can see the bigger picture and move on out of it. It was interesting that he said when he's in that phase, he'll say help as his prayer. And it's an acronym, Hello, Eternal Loving Power. So that's what he does. He just, says that, and he's able to kind of connect with God and move out of it. The second stage is manifesting and visualizing. One of the keys to manifesting is letting it go. So the first step would be thinking about the item that you want, or the outcome that you want to happen. You feel it, you imagine it, you visualize it, and then you let it go, confident that the universe will bring it to you. Whereas if you continue to demand it, or you keep on praying for it over and over and over again, it's almost as if you're telling the universe that I don't have it. And so it's harder for it to come into being. So this is what Dr. Bernard says. He says you start off, so there are a few stages to manifesting, which is 1, you establish your intention. 2, you talk about your vision more than you talk about the problem. And importantly, he says that if you're constantly talking about the problem, then you end up in inertia. So you have to make sure you're talking about the outcome more. And then you start to ask what if questions. What if all my needs were met? What would I be doing in my life? What if everything really is working out for my good? What if all the bad things that happened in my life are leading me to activate some latent potential? What if God really is working things out for my good? And as you ask these questions, again, you just wait, give it time, and you allow your mind to explore those possibilities. And I think that's an important way of remaining in quite a positive mindset. Another important element of manifesting is visualizing. So you begin to visualize the life you want. You talk about it to select people in your life. Then you talk to it, according to Dr. Bernard. So if you want more love in your life, you begin to talk. You say, I see the love out there. And then eventually you start to talk from it. Another aspect of the whole manifesting and visualizing stage is the dark night of the soul, which is when people are shifting away from the person that they used to be, but they're not quite who they want to be yet. They're not quite in the stage of their life they want to be. And so what do? And Dr. Bernard said that you would say, if this situation were to continue, what sort of qualities would I need to have to cope with it? And then after a while, you might think, wow, okay, I might need some patience, I might need some faith, I might need some courage, I might need some resilience. And those are the qualities that you begin to focus on, you begin to cultivate, rather than just thinking, what's going on? I'm not where I want to be. Dr. Bernard then talked about being vibrational beings. So in the 80s, he did his research and he concluded that we are all vibrational beings. We're more than just flesh and blood and bones. On a subatomic level, we are all, we all vibrate. And he said that everything is vibrational, which is true on a kind of quantum physics level. Everything has its natural frequency. Everything has its own vibration. He said that in order to become, or to pull into your life the things that you need to become on that level vibrationally. You can't attract that which you're not willing to become on a vibrational level. So the background to that is that love has the highest vibrational frequency, and the things like hatred and sadness are lower vibrational frequencies. So you got to raise your level of frequency in order to pull in the things that are at a higher level. They said it's all good and well mastering stage 2. It's important that you should be able to manifest and be able to pull in things into your life that you want, but you shouldn't just limit it to materials, because ultimately the most important exploration of yourself spiritually is unfolding your soul and recognizing why you are here on this earth and how you can be of service. So then that moves into stage 3, which is life visioning. They said visioning is where you recognize there's something within you that you want to come forward. It's the life force, it's your unique pattern, not what society or your family's told you to do, but it's something that's been placed there by God. and allowing yourself to be a channel for the infinite to express. My understanding is that you would then meditate and pray in order to get to that level where you're truly exploring your soul. So that's stage 3, and stage 4 is when you're fully at one with God and you are just fully at peace, and that's it. You're just kind of shining bright all the time. So that was a whistle-stop tour of Oprah's interview of Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith on manifesting the life of your dreams. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below, share and subscribe. I also want to say a big thank you to all the people who subscribed so far. I see all your names and I'm just like, yes, welcome to the Champagne and Pepper Soup family. It brings me a lot of joy, I'm not gonna lie. So yes, I will speak to you soon. Bye.